Hey everybody, I'm at my dealership Magden Motors just outside Baltimore, Maryland. I got the key to a very, very special car. Behind me is an Aston Martin Vanquish Zagato shooting brake. Only 99 of these cars were made. This is number 26. And this car had a crazy MSRP of $877,000. First up, let's do a quick walk around and check out all the crazy features of this car. It has got a lot of carbon fiber all over the car. We got unique wheels. We got the Z on the side for Zagato. Carbon fiber trim along the A-pillar there. Behind these super unique wheels, we got a nice set of carbon ceramic brakes for great stopping power. A very, very sleek design. This is actually a pretty small car, even though it's a shooting brake or kind of a station wagon design. It is actually pretty small inside, and this is only a two-seater. You might think it has got 4 seats, but 2 seats and a small trunk. Rolling around to the back, you can see the quad exhaust pipes coming out the back. This is powered by a 5.9 liter V12, making 580 horsepower. It's got an 8-speed automatic transmission, and it is rear-wheel drive. On back to the side profile down here, pretty wild car. Very, very unique to roll around in a car like this. This car is part of the Magden Motors private collection. It's not publicly listed, but it is available if someone was looking for one of these unique cars. Again, only 99 made. This is number 26. Check out some of the unique details. I mean, look at these wicked kind of fighter jet looking rear lights right here. It's got a really, really low sun profile with a rear wing across the top. The middle top here, which you can't see because it's black, is a sunroof that extends around the whole inside of the car. Let's take a look inside. It's got what they call swan doors. So when you hit the button here, this pops up and the doors kind of come up and out. And it feels like it would kind of fall down on you, but they don't. So swan doors up and out. Look at the details in here. You got this kind of Z pattern on the doors. This is the door handle, which opens up the door. We got a Bang & Olufsen stereo. Onto the interior, it's got a handbrake on the left right here. This has the 177 optional steering wheel. And you can kind of see the brown and leather trim seats. Pretty cool interior. Now getting in this car, you gotta be careful. It's got a really kind of narrow, low slung opening here. And if you're not careful, you will whack your head right here, which I've done a couple times. So you kind of scrunch in and kind of sling yourself into the car. And now we'll shut the door and check out some of the interior features. All right, so now once inside, this is actually the cheap key. There's a much more expensive kind of crystal key, but you take the key and to start the car, you insert it into this area here, put your foot on the brake, press in, the car starts. You can hear that V12 there. We got a little flip up screen that had the Z logo that comes in. Carbon fiber everywhere in this car as you come down the center stack. Very Aston Martin-ish with the park, reverse, neutral, and drive buttons there. We got our AC vents, the flip up screen, which is controlled with these little knobs right here. Very old school Aston Martin-ish. This is the kind of selector there. Interestingly enough, this from 2019, this does have Apple CarPlay, which I'm actually surprised. But I guess for $877,000, you should have every option and every technology piece that was available back in 2019. As we go down here, here's our climate control for the left and the right. Very high quality kind of feel to these buttons. We got little kind of touch panels here that are capacitive. You can kind of feel it thump underneath your finger. So for 2019, I'm sure that was pretty rare. Down here, we got the LC with the flag, which I'm sure stands for launch control, our traction control system, our hazards, and then I think this has an electrochromatic roof up top. So yes, it does. So across the whole top of the car, as you can see as we go all the way back, is this huge sunroof, which leads to the rear of the car, which is this huge rear area. It has an optional $20,000 set of carbon fiber brackets and trunk area right there too. So no back seats, got a little more storage down here, more carbon fiber. You got your cup holder, center console area right here. We got a couple of USB ports, which I'm assuming that's for charging in your CarPlay. And then on the screen, it actually has CarPlay, pretty good implementation. Not a touchscreen, of course, but you got your dials over here, so you can cycle through the different pages. If you want to bring up your maps, you just select maps, there you go. So pretty impressive to have CarPlay in an older Aston Martin like this. And then to control the seats, I was looking over here on the door, which actually just has the controls for the windows and gas tank and side view mirrors. To control the seats, you look down here to your right, and you can see we got our lumbar support, we got our front back, memory seating, and how to tilt the seats back and forth. And the opposite of the side on here, you can see what we have for the passenger side. Also for seating, we got cooled and heated seats as well. Then some more controls and kind of shortcuts. If you don't want to use this, you can go your source, menu, radio, back, and then kind of your navigation. So if we click on nav, we'll get our kind of old school navigation that pops up right there. If you want to click on our phone, you got that, your back button, and then you can also use the controller right here to cycle through different things. This car has the 177 optional steering wheel. This is a couple $1,000s. We have the carbon fiber shift paddles for the downshift and the upshift right here. The gauges are these cool sweeping gauges. So the RPMs actually go opposite from normal. It kind of goes around counterclockwise, and the speed goes clockwise over here. On the left, we got our kind of basic fuel gauge, and then our engine temperatures on that side. Left side, we got our headlights. We got some volume controls on the steering wheel, cruise control. Looks like we have a suspension setting there for different suspension. We got adaptive normal mode, and then I think we have sport mode there. And then over here, we got our sport mode button, kind of a shortcut on the steering wheel there as well. So as you can see, this big, long, kind of clear roof, if you press the button down here, the electrochromatic button, it'll dim it right there. I think that was probably pretty rare back in 2019. Something you get along with your $1 million Aston Martin purchase. On the inside of the roof here, we have the sun visors, which are actually very, very tiny. Look at the size of that sun visor, and then a little baby mirror there. But if you look how low profile this windshield is, I guess you really don't need a big sun visor. Over here, we got our pop-up, looks like Bang & Olufsen speakers right there as well. To open the rear hatch, there's a little tiny button. You just press there and it pops up. It's actually soft close as well. This raises up and you can see what we got here in the back. You got a nice umbrella from Aston Martin secured right there. We got our first aid kit, our battery charger, custom for Aston Martin. We got a nice carpet area back here, and then a complete carbon fiber underneath here. This is a $20,000 option. You can see the carbon here underneath, and this kind of rear, I don't know, strut bar-ish thing along the back. So quite a bit of storage back here. Let's check out under the hood. To pop the hood, there's a little lever way down here. You pull that up, and this will check out the we'll check out the 5.9 liter V12, 580 horsepower. Here we go, underneath the hood. See, we got our final inspection by Phil Jeffries, number 26 of 99. We could see the 5.9 liter, actually it says 6.0 on the engine here, so I guess we're just rounding. And we can see what we got here. We got the intakes here, pretty basic, strut bar, and so forth. Let's give this thing a start up and see what the V12 sounds like. All right, we're off driving the Aston Martin Vanquish Zagato shooting brake. Press drive right here on the dash, and we're off. And let's see what this V12 is all about. Initially, very, very responsive. This has an 8-speed dual clutch transmission. I'm not sure how old the tires are. The V12 sounds really, really good. You can really, really hear it. Pretty wild to see how the gauges here go up like this instead of kind of both together. Coming on a little sweeper here. I'm in the normal suspension now. We can tighten it up using this button down here. Put it in sport suspension. We're actually in sport mode now. Let's see how responsive the downshifts are. Quick. I wonder what 0 to 60 on the Zagato shooting brake would be. I bet you no one's tested that yet. Tons of torque with the V12, 580 horsepower. I think it was like 500 foot-pounds of torque, but it feels actually quite a bit quicker than that. I'm not sure what 0 to 60 would be on this car because I think it's spinning quite a bit. So down here we'll press the launch control button, and I believe we just launch away and go. Low launch, 2,000 RPM. Up, spinning. Low launch, 2,000 RPM. Up, spinning. Yeah, this car is pretty awesome. Very, very unique. Really, really cool. You feel like you're James Bond driving in this car. Price tag to match as well. Well, there you go. 0 to 60 came in like 4.3 seconds. Spinning a little bit. I'm sure with a new set of tires, they could do a lot better with the V12. And then, interesting enough, it auto shifted on the 1.2, and then on the 2.3, it didn't want to shift. It looked like it slipped into manual mode for some reason, but really, really fun and unique car to drive here. And it sounds really, really amazing. All right, so we're pulling back into the Magden Motors dealership here. Again, this is part of the private collection, so won't be publicly listed for sale, but if you are interested, you could drop in the comments or hit me up at brooks@magdenmotors.com, and we could set up a private showing for you. I believe this has a nice backup camera system too, so we will press the reverse button here. And yep, there we go. Nice reverse camera, pretty easy to park. Back it up right here. And there we go. So that's a wrap of my short review and drive of the Aston Martin Vanquish Zagato shooting brake. Super, super cool car, part of the Magden Motors private collection. If you guys are interested, just hit me up and we could chat about this incredible, really, really cool Aston Martin. As always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up, helps the video in the channel. We got some big dealership news coming soon. If you follow me on Instagram, you might get an idea of what's going on. Thanks for watching.